we had a whole team of offshore that was responsible for messaging our database and just communicating via text. And we decided to remove that at the time. And we then implemented a software called closebot.io. It's an AI automation text messaging tool. You got to train it, put in your scripts, and it's got to learn, and it takes some time. But effectively, we're able to remove an entire team. And so that could have been around, I don't know, but it could have been around 10 grand a month of savings from that team. In terms of response times, follow up, making sure that, like, for example, like there was a lot of error with humans. So that like a human would, let's say, text Sally today, and then Sally wouldn't write back. And then in 3 days' time, like Sally, for example, wouldn't get followed up by a human because there's so many messages going on that after a while, maybe the human would not follow through with it if they weren't getting a response. But the chatbot basically keeps going until it gets either told like unsubscribe or just it's a no. And so I felt like our ability to connect with prospects increased quite significantly. We definitely saw a very big upside with getting responses back from people who historically weren't responding, and just the velocity at which we could communicate to our database completely changed, because you're limited by how much like 2-3 humans can do versus how fast AI can move. So our ability to like just communicate just dramatically changed. So we just saw a very big uplift in sales revenue, in touch points, in follow-ups, etc. So it was very productive.
Yeah. You may not know offhand, but do you have an idea on how many more sales results, sales appointments were generated by the new system? Any idea of the uplift?
Yeah. So in terms of overall appointments that got delivered in the calendar for the sales reps, it was around like, let's say 16 to 17% more based on when the humans were doing it. And so, yeah, it was quite a significant uplift. And that happened pretty soon. Like that type of result was happening within about 2 to 3 months.
And if you were to put a broad level number on what that 16 to 17% more appointments meant, are we talking like an extra 50 appointments a week or 50 appointments a month? Do you have a kind of rough idea of what that looked like in terms of number of appointments?
It would be around, again, it's an approximate here, but it'd be around an extra 30 appointments a month.
Wow. So that's 30 sales conversations that wouldn't have otherwise happened. And I can imagine, let's say you're selling a $10,000 program, 30 extra sales conversations might equal an extra 50, 60K of revenue a month, potentially.
Even a bit more, because our book call to sale was typically around 20%. So if we're having 30 conversations and we're getting 20% of that, and that's 6 sales, it could even be, maybe even like close to 70, 80,000.
70, 80,000. So that's another $1 million a year, along with the $1 million from the first intervention, and also the $10,000 a month saving on the other agency as well. Mate, you're just raining W's over here.